Afternoon hours in the IE area, sunshine highs upper 50s, and afternoon hours in the Coachella Valley, sunshine dominates. Expect highs in the 60s. I'm forecaster Jimmy O'Neill for Smart Talk 1490 KMET.
That's right. It's the morning show here on ABC News Radio KMET 1490 AM. I'm Aaron Michael Sanchez. Good to have you with us. We got Jess Sanchez over there. Jess, what's going on?
Yes, good morning. It's such a beautiful day. So this article is not really much of a shocker, but apparently the CEO of Walmart made a little warning earlier today.
Okay, what did he warn?
Well, apparently he warned that if theft continues to rise in their stores, they will either raise prices or start closing stores.
It's the dumbest thing since I. What? Who is this guy?
It's the CEO of Walmart.
He's gonna. I guarantee he's gonna get canned in about I don't know. Look,
I don't blame him though. I mean, if
I
have you
do.
seen certain Walmarts, a lot of
I
things
don't care. Why should you raise the rates? Hold up. You're okay. Hold up. The prices are already up. Yes or no?
Yes, yes.
Okay, and I don't care if they close. A lot of businesses will be like, "Thank God." Remember when they were all against Walmart from opening, like in their area? They're like, "This is going to do our business in." Now all those businesses are basically done, right? They're not coming back, right? But in a way, it's like, okay, then have better security. You know what I mean? Now I get like Target. Target has a reason. Target has a lot of like they had a shooting there. They had some weird stuff. I get them saying something, but at the same time, why do you raise the price on other people that are innocent? It's not like the majority are doing it. Now, if everyone was doing it, like it was like, what's a show that you like where they all like, oh, The Purge, right? If everybody was like partaking in that, and if you haven't seen that, man, go see it, right, Jess?
Right? I mean, what shocks me about the purge is everyone goes straight to killing people. I'm just not like, really? That's the first thing you guys go to? Wow, I'm different. I'd be robbing banks and stuff, but that's just me.
And in that they had several, right? But in that, I believe it's for a day. Everyone can basically go and hurt everyone for a day, right? Until it's up, and then you go back to your life, which is weird, right? I saw one where they actually like enter a house, and then the people are trying to stay alive in the house, so they didn't really partake. They were just trying to keep alive, but. There's kind of in some areas what's happening, so I don't get this guy. Well, like, is there anything else that you said?
He's see. In an interview today, CEO Doug indicated that this would be the case if prosecutors continue to have lax approach to shoplifting crimes. Honestly, I just wish they would close the stores that are in like high risk areas that constantly getting robbed or shoplifted.
Again, though, that's when you have better security. Like, okay,
How would you stop that though? How would you stop that? I mean, I
you
see
have a
video.
guy with a gun ready to like say, okay, bye bye. That's what banks do. Are you going to close all the banks because people rob banks? How many times have banks been robbed, Jess?
I don't know. I haven't yet to see a successful bank robbery, so I don't know.
Oh, there's been plenty. But look, the reality is this guy is going like okay, here's the problem. How many honest shoplifting is always a thing, okay? People do it all the time. I remember seeing package and nothing in it, right? Somebody was lax at the counter, right? Somebody was lax on the cameras. They have loss prevention. Have better loss prevention people. You know what I mean? Everybody shops at Walmart. Okay, so it's expected. When you have product and you have that's why they have the do do do. That's how they have the checkout people. That's how they have all everyone. Some of them are even employees stealing from them. So at the end of the day, I get what he's saying because you kind of hit on it. It's really like he's saying in essence, but we shouldn't be pulled in. This is a problem with certain government authority in certain area, right? San Francisco was among the first, right? And then we saw here in LA they were lax. They let them out really quick. They're like, okay, let's actually not increase what happens if you steal over a certain amount. I didn't even know there was a certain amount that if you steal, you're like get less present time, right? I didn't even know that. Once that got out there, right? Everyone was like free for all. That's where everyone's like, okay, now let's go in like a bunch of people, and you know what I mean? But when you have police do what they got to do in order to keep people safe, then people are safe. But this guy, he's dumb. I guarantee one of them is going to say, like, why would you close are places where we're making money, and trust me, they're making a lot of money, and then limit that for the area and limit like the ability to have low price. Is he buying into the whole I want to charge top price? It's like this. It's like the gas community saying, Jess, in essence, there are people that steal at the pump, so therefore we're going to raise prices for everyone. Would you be okay with that?
Never, never, never. I think I have been a while since I've actually been to Walmart, mainly because I do not like I'm not a big fan of the self checkouts.
I don't like Walmart. I'm not gonna lie. I go there because I like. There's a couple of things I have that I get from there because I have to go there. But it's kind of like, oh, do I really want to go there? But I do, right? I don't like the lighting. I've said that before. But in a way, it's like, okay, if you ever go down the makeup, have you been down the women's like supply area lately? It's all locked up.
The women's supply. You know what? Yes, I remember because I remember walking. I went there with my mom once, and we were trying to get like razors, or she was trying to get something else. And yeah, the whole section is just behind plastic.
Yeah, exactly. Behind doors, right? They have to open it up for you, and then they're like late, and you're like, "I'm sorry, I need this," and then they're like, "Up with someone else." They're like, "What do you want?" And I'm like, "I just actually wanted to look at a couple products, but it's very difficult to see these things." Anyway, my point is this: Walmart has had to deal with that for a while. I get crime is up. I get that they need to get a handle of it, and I get it in a way. He's kind of talking politics. That's really what he's saying. But he shouldn't make us suffer for it. That's dumb. And if you really want to go bye-bye, then fine. Target's going to be like, we'll figure it out. Because Target has enhanced their security. I don't know if you've seen lately what they're doing, but they have armed guards there in front.
No, I have not seen, not at my Target anyway. So, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised after what that stabbing that happened in downtown LA last month. Oh my God.
Yep, yep, yep. That was just recent, like a few weeks ago, right? Or maybe a couple. But my point is this: you can't hurt the people and the employee and the families of the people that are employed just because crime is up. Crime is always going to be up. You can't be like, oh, okay, how dare you all? You can't do that. You know what I mean? They're kids, number one. Yes, there's some violent stuff. There's homeless people as well. I get certain areas closing. I get that. But at the end of the day, you're going to have to answer to the people, honestly, that buy stuff, that want stuff cheap and want things. They're the ones that made you big. That's why you're where you're at. Now, if small companies were able to do this, like a grocery store, and make those then that would make sense. Like Costco. Costco checks at the door certain membership. You have to get a membership, and then they check you before you get in. What I mean? That's how they keep a lot of people out. Even though you want a hot dog, for $1.50. They're keeping it at that. So don't challenge me with, oh, I'm going to raise the price and think you're going to stay in business for long. Maybe this is the end of Walmart. I'm all right with that. I think a lot of people are all right with that. There are a lot of people that say, you know what, good riddance. But at the end of the day, I think he's just going to get canned, or he's going to be told, shut up, man. We need to make money. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. What else, Jess?
Oh my God, yes. And so I like, no, I'm not gonna say that. I do not like. So I like to make fun of police officers who have done stupid stuff.
Yeah.
I find it hilarious. So apparently this police chief was pulled over in a traffic stop. Okay, she was the passenger, and she was in a golf cart.
Okay.
So the another officer pulls her over, and she quietly pulls out her badge and says that she's a Tampa Bay police chief.
Okay.
So it's just I find it um I can't remember the word where someone is abusing their power, thinking like, "Oh, you can't give me a ticket. I'm the police chief."
Oh, got it. She pulled a, hey, do you know who I am?
Exactly, exactly.
Got it.
Yeah, unfortunately, that body cam footage got out, and she's currently resigning.
No, shoot. Oh, no. Oh, man. Do you have a picture?
If you want to look for her name, just look for Tampa Bay Police Chief. Her name is Mary O'Connor.
Mary O'Connor? Okay. Oh, Mary.
I mean, you know what? This isn't the first time I've seen something like this.
Yeah.
Okay. Like it's not just police chief. There's like what was it? I've seen a district attorney do this. I've seen some a judge do this.
Yeah.
And honestly, these people should get fired. Well, obviously she quit, but people who abuse their power, they really need to get penalized extremely hard because it's just like, what makes you think you're special?
Yeah, that's her people. So she resigned. She said, "I don't think forget it. I'm out of here." You know what? I don't know. I don't know. Some people do that. They just don't know what camera's on. They do that often. Right? Right, Jess?
They do. They don't know their cameras on them, and then they're like, "Oh, why did I do that?"
Yeah. But hold up. So she was in a. I'm so confused, Jess. How do you get a
Yeah,
ticket in a golf cart? And was she driving?
that's what I'm saying. I know she was not driving. She was in the passenger seat. But I really don't know how you get pulled over in a golf cart. Was pulled over for driving on a road without a license plate tag. Okay,
Was it a
I guess
joyride? Is this her guy? Is she like, don't worry, I got this? Because I get that. I get that. Are they going a little like, a little big on this? Because at the end of the day, I get, like, I don't, how fast can you go in a golf cart, Jess? Like, that's
okay.
them in the golf cart. Like, and then,
I, I kind of understand where so what they did was it's pretty much they were driving the golf cart on the street without tags and a license.
okay, a
It's a
golf
bit
cart.
extreme.
But hold on. It's a golf cart.
Exactly.
Now I get the abuse of power when you have a certain like thing called like hey,
If
look
you're
at,
speeding
yeah,
or
but you
something
know how
like
many
that.
women get out of like tickets like this, Jess, that don't get reported? You know how many body cam cameras, if they really did it and they really searched, there are a lot of people that actually let women go, especially if they're hot. If she were hot 100%, Jess, I guarantee you'd be like, all right, you know what, I'll let you go. Right? Come on, Jess. Come on.
I am not an officer. No comment. This is just a bit extreme. I thought it was a little bit worse when the other article came out because they made it sound like she was like speeding or doing something bad.
She wasn't even driving. She's the one
No,
going, Jess, would you let
she was
me
like, "It's
go?
okay.
Look
I'm
at
the
her.
police."
She's saying, Jess, would you let me go for the golf cart ticket, please? I happen to be somebody.
Honestly, if she would have just taken the ticket and not said she was
so,
the police,
if she were hot and she were blonde and she had like bikini, like I think is there? I know there's one. I know there's one because I saw one video where the guy's like, "Man, if I could be locked up, I want to be locked up next to you." Or he was like getting a ticket from a woman cop. She's on social media. Check her out. She's got a ponytail. She got her makeup. She's really pretty. She goes like, "Okay, all right, whatever. So I'll give you a ticket." But you know what I mean? No, I don't buy it. I bet this woman did somebody in, and they're just like, "Forget it. This is how we're gonna do you in." Because I mean, look at that. I mean, okay, I'm not trying to be like, hey, abuse your power. I'm not saying that. But look at that. A golf cart, Jess.
it it really is dumb for such a
It's a
stupid
little
thing,
extreme, and people are getting
right?
extreme. I get it. But come on, that's a golf cart. How fast can it go?
Right?
You
I don't
can't
know.
even
I've
get
seen
run
golf.
over and get hurt by those things, Jess.
Oh, we have to Google that now. Let's see if anyone's
I know
gotten
somebody
run
was
over.
dead by a golf cart. You know what? Look, man, it's a golf cart. They didn't even know.
Exactly. And you know what? I would just because someone is pretty, I will not give them free things. You know what? When I used to work at a video store, they would do that all the time.
They'd be like, "Am I pretty, Jess? Can you give me a video for free?"
Mostly they would reveal or they would like, you
What?
know,
They would
or
reveal what?
no, yeah, someone did that before.
They revealed what, Jess? Keep it G.
Yeah, no, they took their tops off. But you know what? I've had,
For a video? Wait, whoa, whoa,
yeah,
whoa! You're holding
I,
out, Jess.
I've had crazy stuff happen to me in a video store, and people want free things. They'll be willing to
Does
do a
she
lot of.
want like a box of like what are those little chocolates? I mean, I can see that going. Wait, hold up. What was the I have questions, Jess. You can't leave it there. She took off her top for what?
No, 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 no. She said she would. She didn't do it. She
Did
said she
she have
would.
late fees?
No, if I told you the movie she wanted to rent, you'd be like, "Oh my god, no."
Jess, I'm just, yeah, all right, whatever. Okay, we're gonna take a quick break, people. That's That's all we got. But look at that guy, man. I got to show you this, okay? I'm just saying, this guy is like, you're kidding me, right? Look at his face. Look at his eyes like this is a joke, right? Come on. It's a tiny little, it's a golf cart, man. He's going, they're electric, man. He's doing the environment good. Registration and license, please. You know, come on, man. I don't know. All right, we'll be right back with more right after this. Stay tuned.
The Fat Greek in Yucaipa, where you can get authentic, delicious, true Greek food. Authentic gyros, Greek salads, pitas, falafel, hamburgers, burritos, and oh yes, baklava. The Fat Greek has a large selection of wines, ice-cold domestic, and imported Greek beers. Come on down to the Fat Greek located on Yucaipa Boulevard in the city of Yucaipa. Open 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. 7 days a week. The Fat Greek has drive-through, sit-down, and a catering service. So bring in a family or give Nicholas and Christopher a call at 909-797-6018. Eat Greek, live long. Remember, if you want authentic Greek food, it's the Fat Greek in Yucaipa.
Hi, everyone. This is Bernadette, the host of One Life Radio, your number one source for alternative and holistic health since 2011. One Life Radio is designed to educate and inspire. Visit us at oneliferadio.com because you get one body, you get one mind, and you get one life. Get out there today and make the most of it. Tune in weekdays at 1 p.m. on 1490 KMET Smart Talk, ABC News Radio.
For all you truck and RV enthusiasts, TruckWorks right here in Banning is your one-stop shop for the best diesel performance and overall truck and RV needs. Whether you're towing, racing, off-road, or just cruising around town, TruckWorks specializes in truck and RV service, maintenance, repair, and performance upgrades for every light and medium-duty truck manufacturer. Bring it down to Terry and the guys at TruckWorks. Call 951-922-4776 or visit their website at mydieseldown.com today.
New teen driver in the family? Just bought your first home? Have a new bundle of joy? Every life change matters, and by reviewing your insurance policy with Little & Sons Insurance Services, you could be benefiting with big savings. Little & Sons Insurance Services, a family-owned insurance agency who values the old-fashioned way of doing business. They work for you, not an insurance company, meaning your best are at heart. They can custom tailor your policy based on specific needs at a price you can afford. Home, auto, or business, you're covered. Call 1-844-9-LITTLE. That's 1-844-9-LITTLE, or go online to little, the letter N, sons.com. That's littlensons.com.
Your pharmacy and mobility solutions is now Beaumont Pharmacy with a new location at the Sundance Corporate Center. That's at the corner of Highland Springs and 8th in Suite 110. Of course, they still have Pack Your Meds. No more counting out the pills, dropping them on the floor. Oh, what a mess. And they have a full selection of pharmaceutical CBD. Wheelchairs, over-the-counter meds, you name it, they've got it. So if you're looking for the best and you want the best pharmacy, you go to Beaumont Pharmacy at their new location, 835 North Highland Springs, Beaumont Avenue in Beaumont, California, Suite 110. Give them a call, 951-845-8252.
That's right. It's the morning show here on ABC News Radio, KMET 1490 AM. It has begun, Jess. I'm not going to lie. I talk about this. It's actually in. I'm going to hate having to promote the book, but I just wrote it and I said it in it. I said, look, it's going to be a problem. People aren't going to be able to pay the bills. Things are going to happen, and offices. I didn't put offices. I said businesses are going to have a big time suffering. There's going to be a lot of people buying others out. There's going to be a lot of opportunity. You know, but this is a announcement. I got to read this. It says, "Get ready for it. America's office apocalypse, worse than expected." Do you know what they're saying, Jess?
No, I'm trying to figure out where this is going.
Okay, it says this. Before the pandemic, this is true. 95% of offices were occupied. Right? That makes sense. Like business. Like think high rise. Think like, you know, structure like 2 or 3 stories. They have, you know, like desks inside. They have computers inside. They have internet inside. They have phones inside, right? They're occupied. Today, it's now down to 47%. Employees are not returning to offices. There's less foot traffic. There's less use of public transit system. Not all. I think in some areas, not all. And shuttered businesses have caused many downtowns to feel like ghost towns. That's true. That's true. If you go in certain areas of like I don't know about your area, Jess, but I know in LA, you go to like Beverly Hills, it's not what it was ever. You know, they take some pictures like near Rodeo, but a lot of those places have like boarded up windows. Remember when there were a bunch of protesting and people were storming, and then they were like breaking the windows? That. It says 2.5 years later, most city downtowns are not back to where they were pre-pandemic. Yeah, and we're still in the pandemic. I heard somebody say, "Oh, we're going back to the way it was before the pandemic." I go, "Why? We're still there." And there's talk right now, Jess, about because the numbers are, and I told you this, I said this, the numbers are off. They're not reporting, but now that the numbers are in, they're like, so we may have a possible mandate coming back to mask. I told you, I had a whole thing about it. People got upset. People get like, why are you talking about this, man? Act like it's going to be a thing there. And then I saw a post recently that said ever since 2020, and they said 3 years, although it hasn't really, I guess, let's see, as of February 2020, 21, oh yeah, it'll be almost 3 years. It's almost 3 years. We've been in this. Did you know it's going to be that long? I'm not gonna lie. I think that you know, how's that? Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that time went kind of fast. I would say 2 years, whatever.
I still remember when we were getting reports about a mysterious flu that was coming out of China.
Oh, you remember that? We
I
never
remember.
reported that here, though. Isn't that weird? We didn't. I didn't focus on that. The only time I focused on it, honestly, was after my sister almost died. Okay.
Yeah, that was when we started to focus on that. We're like, wait, I think it's already over here because a lot of us started already getting sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, I didn't even think it would be like, okay, this is the first time I've ever experienced something like this. It'll be done in like a month or two. Up 2.5 years later, we're still here.
Yeah, so here's what they're saying, and the book covers this, but it says how to actually have a business in a down economy. And it talks about this, so I'm glad they're actually like adding to what I might have to do a revision actually, because some of this stuff is very interesting. It adds to what I was saying. I don't want to make it all about where we're at. I just want to add perspective, because they actually quote in this back to a time where the U.S. went through a really difficult time. And if you look at that, you go, okay, this makes sense. We're doing a repeat of that. But if you're like you lived then, you know, people always go, if I know the future, I know what to do. You know what I mean? Like, but they quote the early 1900s, which is where we're at. It's a repeat of that. Okay, so we came out of that, but you got to know how to come out of that. There were a lot of businesses that actually started in the Great Depression. So it kind of talks about this in this article. A lot of facts, a lot of figures. But they're basically saying, look, we've got a apocalypse coming in. It's office apocalypse. It's basically biz apocalypse. That's what they're going to say. And people just are not ready for it. So, yes, the rising prices, that's where you and I have to pay. Back to something, you know, that guy said at Walmart. But if you and I pay and we don't have a job or we don't have an office to go to, and I do say this, sometimes those offices aren't occupied because they're working at home. There are a lot of virtual jobs now, Jess. Some people have figured out how to make it at home. That's why people like, and I hate to say this, but I'm going to say it. Oh, and Jess. Remember how you were really big on the Neuralink thing?
Oh, God, you read that article. I knew you were going to read it. I knew it.
I'm calling it out, Jess. You were like, oh, it's so cool. I can't wait. And I said, they're facing a probe federally, right? You know I'm right.
You are right. Like I said, I do not want to be the tester of this, so you know what? I'm letting other people. I feel bad.
Well, it's still going to be a thing. This is just the beginning, okay? But this is how it starts, Jess. Okay, so we're at the cusp of like basically RoboCop. Okay, that's where we're going with this. All right, I'm going to read this because Jess was like all for it. Wow, wouldn't it be cool? I said, no, it's not cool. Not if your brain gets hacked. No.
Well, not yet. We're still in the baby phases of this.
Still wanting it. So here's the deal.
I want a robot.
I thought you were all over, like you love animals. What? I thought you were an animal. Your dog, right? Is your dog right there with you?
Don't listen to him.
Bring him on
Mikey.
camera. I want him. I want to
Mikey.
see what he thinks about this. I think he has an opinion, Jess. Bring him on because he wants to hear this article. Okay, what's his name again?
Okay, his name is Mikey, and he's ready to listen.
Mikey? Yes. Okay, so here's the deal. It says there's a huge backlash over animal tests to actually test for Neuralink. What do you think about that?
Mikey says he does not like it. Anything that puts chips in doggies' heads, he does not like.
He says, let go of me, I want to eat. Okay, so here's the deal. Yeah, exactly. He agrees, man. He's saying, just get your head out of something. It says Neuralink is developing the brain implant, which will, it says help paralyzed people walk again and cure ailments. The probe, though, which hasn't been reported yet, was opened in months by the U.S. Department of Agriculture Inspector General at the request of a federal prosecutor, according to two sources with knowledge of the investigation. The probe, one of the sources said, focuses on violations of the Animal Welfare Act, which governs how researchers treat and test some animals. The investigation came at a time of growing employee dissent about Neuralink's animal testing, including complaints that pressure from the CEO it has resulted in botched experiments, Jess. What if your dog was hooked up to that Neuralink, Jess?
Right, that's why I said I don't want to be the beginning testers. And like I said, he's turning into like almost a mad scientist. I swear to God, if he transfers his mind into some type of
He'll be
robot
the first.
Body, that's what I think he's trying to get to.
All it takes. Okay, remember Hawking? I bet Hawking would have done it.
Okay, I could see him doing that. That would be.
My body's failing. Let me go ahead and do that. He was all right for it, speaking for him, right? Which was good. It was science, he was able to type it in, with his, hand, and then he was able to get a bunch of things said at once, right? He was able to kind of do a shorthand version of, his, it's not his voice. There's just so many parodies of that, and stuff. But, would he be one to sign up for that? Yeah, of course. Yeah. But it says failed tests have had to be repeated, increasing the number of animals being tested and killed. Jess?
What the heck, Elon? I swear to God, he's turning into Scorpio. Look, I'm right. He's turning into that mad scientist billionaire.
See, your dog is saying, how dare you?
Nah, he doesn't know what he's talking about.
Your dog has a story. We need to do it, man. Company documents include previously unreported messages, audio recordings, emails, presentations, and reports. Musk and other Neuralink executives did not respond to requests for comment. Oh, man. Reuters cannot determine the full scope of the investigations, whether it was involved. But, okay, imagine, though, oh, wow. They killed 1,500 animals, 280 sheep, pigs, monkeys, since 2018. Oh, man, they are testing big. No wonder they're hey, we're almost close. Oh, man, this is going to be good for him. He recently went on something and said, I think I'm going to die. I think someone's going to kill me because he discovered something. And I think he discovered, how people send messages all the time? And they're private. I think he went a little too far with the Biden thing. Have you seen that?
No, what's he saying about Biden?
Let me put it this way. If you are the guy who buys a media company, this is why the girls that he dated, they went off. I told you this. I said this. I said they know something, man. He went into their own accounts because he owns a company, and said, okay, what are you talking about, right? And he can go to past history. Even though they deleted it, he can still pull it up. It's right there. And he could say, oh, they did this and that. But recently he said he's in fear for his life because I think he opened up too much. He basically opened Pandora's box when it comes to politics. And honestly, if he dies in the next, I don't know how long, it's a cover-up, Jess. Just so you know.
Honestly, it very well might be. I've been following a few stories for the past week or so. Yeah, these 3 billionaires apparently died under mysterious causes. Just crypto billionaires.
What did they do? What did they invest in, Jess?
Crypto.
Dun,
They're
dun,
crypto.
Oh,
billion.
crypto. I had a conversation. Again, another one I was right on. I have to say this. This one I said to people, I said, don't invest in crypto yet. Wait till them, or basically, wait for them to get, and I know people are going to hate it, and I think I may have commented on this a little. Maybe I didn't. But they're going to be regulated. The regulation is coming, okay? People have lost so much money. It's probably in the billions. They haven't reported it yet. But there's some people going, oh, I didn't know. But they spent the money. The money was there. They spent it. They had no way of getting it back because they said, oh, it's electric or it's electronic. No, that's not how it works. So anyone and everyone right now, I guarantee, Jess, during the next year and a half, there's a lot of people that go, oh, no, I have crypto money. It's going up and down, up and down, up and down. But you ask them, okay, well, withdraw that. They go, no, it's still making money. All right, but I guarantee the moment they need it, they're going to say, it's not there. They go, no, it's not there. Because they spent it already. People don't even know what that means, okay? There's a couple stories. If you look it up, Jess, crypto is a thing. Now, how these billionaires died, I don't know. But if they all have crypto, but remember, there's a way to funnel money through crypto exchange. Did you know that? That's illegal.
Do you want to know why people were reporting this crypto billionaire, why his death was unusual? It was because of his last tweet.
What happened?
So apparently his last tweet was CIA and Mossad. I don't know what that is. Mossad? Oh, wait, that's the Israeli thing, huh?
He's in league with the big guys. Oh, no, that's oil. Okay.
CIA and Mossad.
Okay. Yeah. You ready, Jess? You ready? Okay. What if, and I said it's going to be a thing around this time, man, is it ever? I said, look, there's going to be a lot of cover-up. Oh, man, it's right there. Jess, I told my mom this. I told her about a couple months ago. I said, do you like mafia movies like Godfather? She's like, no. I said, okay, whatever. There are a lot of people that are going to like it, and I guarantee there's going to be a story from this. One of those billionaires is in league with someone that he shouldn't be that does drug trade, okay? That person's like, no, you got to go. You know too much info. He was going to come clean on something because the Feds are being probed as we speak. There's a lot of infiltration of Fed, okay? But remember that story that I said in Florida? They were blaming L.A., what do you call it? Those guys that check your bag, right? They were saying, in essence, there's a huge bag, there were pennies in there, and the guy's like, they just went through security without even, they didn't even cover it up. They have a couple pennies on it, but it's all, and then a lot of people have been dying from laced drug of fentanyl and other stuff, right? Those are cheap drugs, but those are done by people from overseas, which give them that, right? People become mules, they import it, they bring it, then they sell it. So it's a huge, people used to think like cocaine was a thing, and it is. Depp was in a movie like that. I don't know if you saw it. But this goes with the mob, Jess. Never get involved with the mob. I can almost guarantee you that guy is probably a multi-billionaire because he funded the mob. And I guarantee one of them said no. And one of them may have ties with Saudi Arabia, Jess.
It very well might be. Do you want me to finish the rest of the tweet?
Yeah.
So it says CIA, Mossad, and pedo elite are running some kind of sex trafficking, entrapment, blackmail ring at Puerto Rico and Caribbean islands. They're going to frame me with a laptop planted by my ex-girlfriend, who was a spy, and they will torture me to death. A few days later, he is dead.
Ding, 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 ding. I guarantee he's right. People think, oh my God, he's paranoid. No. The mob do things like that, and they hire a girl, which you probably found out, was trying to get information for them. I know a girl, not going to say her name. I dated her, not going to lie. But she had a guy from Mexico. He would put people around her, even though he wasn't with her. He had other women, by the way. But he would put people around her to monitor where she was at all times. And then he would put money a little at a time in her account by depositing it, right? But he eventually under investigation because he killed a lot of people. That's when she found out. She said, forget it, I'm leaving. And she left, right? She told me this, right? But the point is this. They do this. If you ever see movies like Ozark, I'm writing a book, by the way, the second book. I talk about don't get in league with the mob, man. Because businesses get in league with that. You know when they come and collect and they say, hey, you need to pay us because we protect you? If you buy a business, that business could be in league with the mob. Now, here's the thing. Remember all of those things in Vegas and in the lakes, I think Lake Mead and all those like barrel things? That's the mob, Jess. But the reason it's coming full circle is Las Vegas people have a lot of mob men there. But they are being investigated as we speak. There's a lot of people going, okay, let's take this down eventually. Now, there are people in the feds, all right? I don't mind saying this because I guarantee it's already happening. There are people, this is why the feds were, I don't know if you saw this article, the FBI were actually kind of afraid for their life because they had death threats, but it was worse than that. There are certain ones saying, look, we're going to out you. There's always someone to cover for someone when you have money. When you have a Fed making only so much, I don't know how much a Fed gets, maybe 80, 100,000. They get paid on the side. They get paid on the side to look the other way when they take down certain people. Okay, that's how they get away. That's why certain units don't talk to other units, because somehow the information gets out. There's always someone, okay? But this goes next level. Now, okay, read what else you got there, Jess.
What, for this mysterious dude?
Yeah.
It doesn't say much, just that he had those mysterious tweets. On the day of his death, he left his beach house in Puerto Rico and goes for a morning walk, sometimes near 11 a.m. or 9 a.m. local time, and a surfer discovered his body in the waves.
Oh, they always go to the ocean, Jess. They drop you in the ocean. They probably suffocated him. They probably got him with a bag, suffocated him. Bye-bye. That's it. That's how they do.
I think the only main reason why this article was written is because this is, I believe, the 4th crypto billionaire that has died within the past month.
Too suspicious. You know why? Now, can I say it really quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
The easiest way, and a big shout out to Jesse Torres. He told me this a while back because he worked for a bank. When crypto came out, he said it's not going to last. It has lasted since then. I was like, how come I didn't buy any? But he said it's not going to last because that's how you can't monitor. And when you can't monitor, the government's very bad about that. They don't like that. The thing is, that's how you traffic money that's illegal. You know how they say money laundering? That's the next level money laundering because you don't know where it's at. Now, when they want to withdraw, they withdraw on the opposite side because they know the guy who funds the cryptocurrency. He has a password. He has all of that. So it's hidden somewhere in zeros and ones if they haven't withdrawn it already. But they get it from the bank eventually, or they get it from the currency, or they just turn it into cash and then spend it at the casino. The casinos are the biggest things regulated, but oftentimes they look the other way. If you guys have seen Ozark, season, I think 3, you'll understand what I'm talking about. It's one of the ways to launder money no matter what. This stuff is all public information. That's why Kevin Bateman and his other, like, you know, the actress that plays in there and all the other people that are in it. Big shout out to Isai Morales, who's in it as well. We should have him on the show. But the point is this. They've been trafficking. You mentioned human trafficking, or is it sex trafficking? Which is it?
It says sex trafficking.
Okay. Sex trafficking with girls that are minor. This is why billionaires who buy a lot of women. Okay, let me ask you this. Do they have pictures of the guy? And did he ever take a picture? You know, some of these guys have a lot of girls in bikini. Was he one of those guys?
From the reports, it said that he.
What's his name?
His name is Nikolai Mushegian. Yeah, I butchered his last name. Nikolai. Nikolai.
Okay, I'm going to look it up. I guarantee this guy somehow... all right, I'm looking at Instagram. I wonder if it's that guy. A lot of them, and some of you know this, right? I know some people look at one where you have like... I wonder if this is him. Nah, I can't be him. Okay, some of them have like... Okay, there's a guy always. He's like... Has a huge beard. He has a lot of like military gun. And someone told me this. They said, don't want to be him because he's going to die one day in a really bad way. And I said, okay, but it's kind of hard not to be him because he's always got women with him in bikini. They're really young and they're like, oh, I love you. And they'll do anything for, you know, like, you know what I mean? Like, they'll do anything. But my point is this. If he was part of that, A, it's illegal. And B, he got women through that service. So the fact that he died mysteriously, I have a question. Did he know the other billionaires? Because billionaires do hang around other billionaires. And if there's a correlation, then there should be an investigation as to why not let it go. Okay, that's number one. Number two, that money, it goes somewhere, Jess. Did he have family? You know what I mean? I would put security on that family right now and protect them because I guarantee someone's going to want their money now that he's dead. That guy knew a lot. And I guarantee he probably has it somewhere on a device He probably hid it. He probably gave it to a family member, and you need to protect him because he has a lot of information. He was going to out someone, and they said, no, you go. Bye. All right. I actually have a movie that I'm writing on that very subject. Man, it is so ready for it. Okay. Anyway, that's look, Jess, I don't know what else to say.
All I know is oh my God, I'm just thinking like, what if, yeah, like I watch way too many movies and I have way too many plots in my head right now. But you know what? Stuff like this actually happens, or else we wouldn't make movies about it, right?
No, it happens. That's why. That's what the movies are based on real life. You don't even go like, what? There's a movie right now. Who does it have? It has that guy. I can't remember his name. On the Cuban Missile Crisis and some stuff that happened behind the scenes. I'm like, that doesn't even look real. It looks like sci-fi. Anyway, it's on Netflix. If you come across it, you know. But this is the point, Jess. We're going through one of the biggest things in mob history. You know, it's evolved. That's the point. Cryptocurrency is a way to say we don't have to track that money where it comes from. It could come from drugs. It could come from prostitution. It could come from, what else is illegal? Killing, murder, assassination. When you want to get paid, you cash out. There are apps where you can cash out on crypto, right? It's hard to find somebody that accepts crypto, right? That's why you go, how did you get that Lamborghini? Oh, I cryptoed that to him. You know, he doesn't count. You know, they say, give me this much. This is what it is. But those are people that don't know it's not there anymore. So just, oh man, there are so many people right now. It's gonna be, let's see, what will be coined? It'll probably be coined something like the biggest thing since the mob of the 20s. Oh man, we're going to prohibition days. Jess, okay, so the point is this. It's evolved to digital. This is why I say don't get a Neuralink, okay? Your Neuralink would be tied to your bank account, by the way. And you'd be like, you know, instead of like them scanning you with the barcode on your back, which nobody wants, you would be like, okay, maybe like you have like a device like a watch that's connected wirelessly to the Neuralink in your head. But that is connected to your whole, your health, your history, everything, right? Then you're able to kind of tap into the world when you put glasses on, and you're able to see around you certain things. So you could be like, oh, sell there, sell there, sell there. They already have devices where they're testing that right now. It's actually cool. It's called augmented reality with a device in your head. Now, here's the thing. Man, there are so many problems with that. My point is this, Jess, don't sign up for it, okay? We need like another hour to talk about this, but this is the point. Okay, read what else you got on this guy.
Yeah, there's not much to information about it right now. So he's just one of many. So I would have to start like digging into this dude's past but then I'm afraid if I start digging into his past, the person that did this might, find me. So watch out where you're digging. That's all I gotta say.
You know what I say? This is what the feds need to do, okay? Because the feds are in hock with the mob. Not all, obviously. But you look at this. Who had contact with him either from a year to 2 years prior to get him to go, you know what, I need to do the right thing. He's dead because he wanted to do the right thing. Okay, he was going to call somebody out. All right, he basically called them out, but he didn't say, I used to do this. Okay, he finally had a pain of conscience that kind of put him like in a bad way. You know how they always say, guys, this is too much for me. They walk out and they go, oh, you're walking away? Yeah, I'm walking away. Are you sure? Yeah, you said I could walk away. Okay, you're sure on this? Yeah. All right. And then they motion to the guy. The guy goes out the door, and then they suffocate him or break his back.
Yep, we've seen this in plenty of movies, right? It's like...
That's this guy, Jess.
Yeah, I know.
So he has a lot of things. I would look at who he did business with. I would look who he partied with. That's number one. Okay, when you see who he partied with, look at the guy in the back who doesn't want to be on camera. That guy is the guy you investigate, okay? They always monitor their guy. This guy was their guy. That's all I'm going to say. Oh, man. The story's so ready. I can't wait. Okay, my mom's been helping me. She's been transcribing the story. It goes next level, Jess. I can't wait. Okay, we'll be back with more right after this. Stay tuned.
in the studio with Fred Penny, managing attorney with Penny and Associates Injury Lawyers. Fred, tell us what makes you the #1 choice for handling personal injury cases.
Most of our firm is made up of former insurance company trial lawyers with extensive experience handling all types of personal injury matters. We believe that gives us a distinct advantage.
That's Penny and Associates Injury Lawyers with locations throughout California. For a free consultation, go to pennyandassociates.com or call 1-800-616-4-LAW. That's 1-800-616-4-LAW.
Are you paying rent because you think you cannot afford to live in your dream home? Are you renting because you don't believe that you have the down payment funds to purchase your own home? The Siegel lending team at ronismylender.com has up to $5,000 to help qualified people purchase their own home at amazing interest rates. Contact the Siegel lending team today at ronismylender.com. Again, ronismylender.com, license under NMLS 217037. ronismylender.com.
When you want the best performance for your vehicle, think only of Scott's Headers and Mufflers in Beaumont, right off the I-10 and 60 freeways. Check out Scott's complete list of performance products on their website at hdrinfo.com. Scott's Headers and Mufflers can recommend ways for your car or truck to get better gas mileage and cut down on emissions. Need your car or truck to pass smog only? Go to Scott's Headers and Mufflers in Beaumont. Find out all of your questions on vehicle performance by logging on to hdrinfo.com. Scott's Headers and Mufflers in Beaumont. hdrinfo.com.
Football season is back, and every Monday night, the Two Coot Lounge at the Yamava Resort and Casino in San Manuel is where you need to be. Come cheer on your favorite team and become a Club Serrano member for your chance to win incredible prizes, enjoy food and drink specials, and be entertained by the 66ers dance team. It's the Monday night pigskin party at the Two Coot Lounge at the brand new Yamava Resort and Casino in San Manuel in Highland, California. Rep your team, and we'll see you there this Monday.
Join West Coast Business Review with Daryl McCants each Wednesday afternoon at 4 o'clock p.m. Daryl focuses on successful businesses from California's southern border to Canada, including the great border states of Arizona and Nevada. Every week, Daryl provides in-depth discussions and interviews with prominent leaders and innovators that makes all of our lives better and more productive. West Coast Business Review with Daryl McCants, Wednesdays at 4 o'clock p.m. right here on Smart Talk Radio.
You're running out of letterhead. What do? Lithopass Printing. You need business cards. Now what? Lithopass Printing. Invitations to a wedding? Lithopass Printing and Banning is the answer. Lithopass Print signs and blueprints. Think of Lithopass Printing and Banning for quality graduation, birthday party, and baby shower. Lithopass Printing also provides lamination, faxing, and photo prints. If you need it inked, make it Lithopass Printing. Lithopass Printing and Banning.
This is the morning show here on ABC News Radio KMT, 1490 AM. I'm probably wrong about the other guy. I looked at his picture. He's too young. That guy's young. But I will say this. I looked up something else, and I saw this guy. This guy has a pretty girl next to him. And this, honestly, suspicious. And I get it. People are asking questions because they're like, how come so many billionaires that are involved with crypto are dead? This one was a developer of crypto. Oh, man, he had a lot of info. Nikolai Mushigian, drowned to death in October at the age of 29. That's the guy. Tiantian Kalander, the co-founder of Hong Kong-based asset company Amber Group, died in his sleep on November 23rd. He was 30. And authorities have not raised suspicion of foul play in either case. All right. And then there's this guy, 53, founder of Forex Club and president of the Libertex Group. He was the sole passenger of a helicopter that crashed. And that just happened. His name, Vyacheslav Taran. He's a Russian billionaire. They're all Russia, right?
You know what? That's what it sounds like. And you know what? Accidents happen, things happen. But then you got to look at the bigger picture and be like, okay, that's a little bit of much of a coincidence, right?
It is. Especially, a lot of people don't know this, Jess. But if you know anyone that invests in crypto, people will always say it's safe. You say, okay, then withdraw it. Okay, crypto has been in the news lately in a really big way, and people don't even know what it means because they're not reading what it is. And there's certain ones failing left, right, and center because they're going, where's the money at? And some go, oh, it's government, pressing in because they want a piece of it. No, it's you, the investor, who can no longer get your money from it. People are quoting FTX, but then they say, no, this one is safe. It's not like them. I say, look up FTX, okay? And then understand, since about a year ago, all right, and I think Kardashian and a couple other people got in trouble with, crypto recently, and they're trying to say, we don't know. But if you have a crypto account, get your money back. That's number one. Get it now, okay? People say, no, I don't want to pull out. It's not the stock exchange. The stock exchange is safer right now than this. Currency trading is safer than this. Now, in currency trading, and I'm not going to lie, I did currency trading, there was a huge spike. It was an odd spike. After that happened, about a year to 2 years later, there was a huge investigation on certain brokers putting in wrong information and getting other people's money away. So then all of a sudden I was like, forget it, I'm not investing anymore. Okay, so I did this. All right, in a way I was like day trading. Okay, but again, there's huge risk. So what people don't understand, especially you kids out there, which get your parents to go, hey, invest in like crypto. Be careful. Crypto, once it's regulated, and it will be. This is the conversation I had. The person didn't want to hear me. But I said, look, crypto will be regulated, okay? And I already knew that because of Jesse. Big shout out. He's the co-author of the book that we wrote. But, he knows this information because he's smart when it comes to banking and honestly, like anything electronic, okay? That's our book. Go check it out. It's at Barnes & Noble. You can get it. He's the author with me. But it's called How to Start a Business in a Down Economy. He knows all this information. He wrote something on not cryptocurrency, but blockchain. Okay, blockchain is a little like it, but not. So, but if you did anything with crypto in the last few years, and there's a lot of shows on that, you gotta be careful. If you had money, and a lot of people don't know where the money goes or where they do it with, but if you had it with FTX, your money is gone. There is no money for you. So that's where your money, you go, but it's there. No, it's not. Withdraw it. It's numbers, okay? That's all it is. It says here, former FTX engineer quietly became multi-million-dollar Democratic donor after new role at cryptocurrency exchange. But now, everybody, it says here, here's another headline. Small investors who jumped into crypto on FTX say, now what? They can't get their money. Cryptocurrencies like FTX, BlockFi, and other platforms are recognizing the perils of investing. They spent the money. They took the money out in cash, spent it, did not refund it, and or have a way of giving the money back. You don't do that. That's why it's coming under huge scrutiny. It won't be closed. It's so big, there's no way to close it, but that's how you traffic money back to the guys who died. They found information out, and the mob said, I don't think so. That's all I'm going to say. All right, people, make it a great day. Whatever you do, remember, life is worth living. Live it well. All right, I'm going to say this because I said this, and they didn't want to listen. Then I saw a news headline. I said, yep, there it is. If you have crypto, you know someone who has crypto, just ask them, okay, A, do they have it with FTX? A lot of people don't know where they go through because they quote it like Ethereum and all the different names that they call cryptocurrency. Okay, there's a way. I'll give you an example. I always put on the thing Cash App. Cash App was introduced to me like Venmo, right? And a lot of them have a way of investing that money into crypto and then seeing it like the stock exchange. But I wouldn't do that, okay? Don't invest in crypto right now. Not yet. If you want to wait, then wait for at least until they say, okay, we now have a certain way of, because when SEC, all right, this Securities Exchange Commission, they step in a really big way. A lot of people are going to be upset, but you want it in a way monitored because you want your money there when you get out. Let's say this. Let's say you invest $1,000 in cryptocurrency, okay? And you're like, okay, what do I do with that, right? People used to invest in like dollars, and then all of a sudden it shot up. It was like $1 for $1,000. Okay, that was like a huge boom. Not gonna lie, I was one where I was like, I wish I would have done that. All right, but I got advice from someone, and he said, look, it's not gonna stay forever. It did stay a lot longer than he thought it was. Okay, I think even he's going, maybe I should have. There's a way of it making money, but not the way that they're doing it right now. There's a lot of people saying, oh, I could put money in and then, they go, oh, I can hide it, okay? A lot of people that are in the illegal trade do that, all right? They take their cash. Let's say I have $100. Okay, let's say this right here is $100. Okay, that's $100. Okay, I put it in very simply, digitally. All right, I Venmo you. All right, or I Cash App you. Okay, I send you the $1,000. Okay, that $1,000 you can convert into cryptocurrency. Now it's traded in a way, but it's not. That's where they go, what? Are you buying or selling? Now, people mine for what they call currency, but they're taking dollars and cents off something, okay? Now, do you invest money? Yes. Are the people wanting to take money and convince you, hey, send your money here? Yes. But it's kind of like Apple Pay, okay? You ever see a lot of these people that get kind of like, they get someone to call them and say, hey, you could fix this or that, buy at the store a Apple Pay card, put so much money on it, and then give me the number, and then they withdraw it. It's like that. So in a way, it's a way of making a real. Let me see if I have real money here. It's making real money disappear. Okay. Now there's a problem with that. Okay. Here's $5. We'll do it with $5. Okay. This can be counterfeit all the time. Okay. You could print money technically. You have to have the right ink, you have to have the right paper, you have to make it look a certain way. You could do that because it's basically just paper. It happens to have a form of, okay, this is worth something somewhere, but people that accept cash, they know that. So they look through it, they go, okay, there's a little thing there. It's easy to make fake money, okay? Now, if you think in numbers or currency online, okay, you think this $5, the way it was sold with crypto was you put this $5 in digitally, right? But you put it in your bank and then you send it. Now you can do it with an app, or you would just, buy into it, okay? When you bought into it, it got a certain amount of like, okay, it's worth this and this and this and that. So here's your number, or, whatever you want to call it. Does it go up? In theory, yes, because the number goes up and down. And you go, oh, that amount that you have is worth this amount. That's what they say, okay? People that invest in this understand this, okay? They treat it like the stock exchange and currency marketing like Forex, but it's not that, okay? It's not. Currency exchange or foreign exchange currency or Forex is a way of making money on currency of transaction of different origin, meaning the US dollar, okay, I'll give you an example. I just paid something to someone in Canadian dollars, but it converted for me. I used PayPal, okay? I already had money there, thank God. But the money that I had there was paid from PayPal, all right? To PayPal from YouTube, right? YouTube pays on ads, okay? We're in the media business, right? So I had money there. But that money can be converted to cash eventually if I transfer it to my bank account and then I withdraw the money. Now, people that launder money understand this is how you do it, okay? Let's say you rob a bank, okay? And the bank has this thing, which is a die that explodes on, like when they put them in the bag, when you get it out of the bag, they explode, right? It gets all over the money. They try to wash it, they can't wash it, it's all over, okay? That's the idea of you can't use the money anymore, right? In a way, though, people rob the money. They just, every single one has a serial number. Okay, this is a tracking code. This number right here is a tracking code. All right, government knows that. That's how they know how many are out there. And they can actually track, technically, if they go through the scanner and they see where the scanner goes, they can see where the money went eventually. Okay, every single dollar has a numeric code. Okay, it's on every single dollar and every single bill. Now back to, is it real or is it fake? If you have a way, if you have a guy in the bank says, okay, I'm going to accept that $100, right? But they do thousands of dollars, and I'm not going to like report it. They mix it in with the real stuff, which is real currency, not, you get it? So in a way, that's what crypto is for you, for now. That's why Federal is getting involved in this, but they're going places they didn't even know was a thing. Because the ones who jumped on this are already doing illegal stuff. Okay, how do you hide drug money? You do crypto. The new guy understands that. The old guy goes, what? The new guy goes, yeah, it's a thing. It's not a thing. That's how you find the digital footprint eventually. But they say you can't find me. You can if you find out who got it to be crypto to begin with. If you find that person who hides it, then you understand why you're never going to get your money. That money already got pulled out. The mob took it. Some invested in it, but they hid their money in it. That's why people are going to be upset. There is so much money that they're not paying back anymore. Like this one, 36 million of crypto loans not being able to be paid. This is a victim of FTX contagion. Now faces internal dissent. It's bad. People don't even understand how bad it is. So I say, don't just wait. Okay, now when it gets regulated, and it will, then just be safe with it. That's all I can say. They always say, know the risk. Okay, know the risk, but don't invest right now. Right now is not a good time to do that. Okay, there's certain, like, I'll give you an example. I'm going to bring it up. Okay, I always say Cash. Cash App itself is good. It ties in like Venmo into your account. Okay, but I never click on. Let's see. Let me bring it up. Hopefully, it doesn't bring up. Okay, this is kind of standard. Okay, I don't have a lot in there. I have 129, but I was paid recently in dollars, $1,000, because I was owed it. But instead of sending a check, he's like, "Hey, can I just send it to you via the app?" Sure, as long as I get it, right? That's all I cared about. Here it is, in essence, right? And it's just, it's there, right? Where is it? It's somewhere, right? It has a pay and request. Now, it has a little tab here. There's my account, so I don't want to show that. It says add card to Apple Pay. Okay, so you could do that. Let's see, change PIN, design a new card. It's got some really cool options here. I can cash out, invest. Here it is. They give you an option. Let me see if all my stuff's on here. Okay, it's not here. It says buy Bitcoin on the left, and on the right, it says stock exchange. So you could take it and invest in stocks right away. Okay. You could send it to your bank. You could get a card like a Visa, and you use it like that. So you're good to go. And you could have everyone pay you with that. And it says here, you could take paper money into that and then put it this way, okay? But again, it's monitored. That's why usually it has, see, here it is, a way to like track you called your Social Security. That's a way to track you, right? But some people don't want to be tracked. That's how you hide the money, okay? But you got to make sure you can get it out. So in a way, if you got your money, get an app which transfers that money into your account so you can get the money. Get dollars now. And if you're like in another country, the euro, for example, you want that. Okay, get that. Because that, unless it gets burned in a fire, is able to go next level. Okay. Crypto, not. Okay, that's where people are going, but I invested. They go, yeah, but it's not there. They go, how's it not there? I invested. They don't get it. They already withdrew it. And they're going, I don't know. We thought, it was taken care of. It wasn't taken care of. You're going to see some weird stuff. You're probably going to see a movie on it. And people are going, yeah, I had money. Where did it go? And they're going to say it was the biggest collapse since the dot-com era. Now, the dot-com era, if you remember that, rebounded eventually because they did it right. They're offering a lot of what do they call it? Like stock options and other things. A lot of those companies are no longer in business. But in a way, they got regulated, and then they came back. So now you can still make money doing website stuff, right? You can actually buy a domain and still sell it. That's still there, okay? But yikes, this is really bad. People don't understand how bad it is. Yeah, see, here it is. The FTC, or the Federal Trade Commission, is investigating. This is just posted a day ago. Crypto firms for possible misconduct following the FTX collapse. FTX is among the few that are saying now, oh, shoot. This is why it's big. People don't understand this. You really, if you have, like, anybody that has invested in cryptocurrency, I'll give you an example. When they renamed the Staples Center crypto something, or right? I'm like, oh, they're going next level with it. But I was thinking, I don't think they should. I remember that thought. But I'm like, all right, they're going really big. Mark Wahlberg did a commercial on, hey, crypto, right? So everybody's like, they're going to be like, not involved, not involved, not involved. He's like, dude, I was paid by the agency that hired me for that, okay? People are getting in trouble so much. I'm going to read this, okay? The Federal Trade Commission are investigating multiple crypto companies over allegations of deceptive conduct. That's called, we don't know where your money's at. Investors invest money, they expect to get the money out. This is where you, the user, whether it be $1 to $1,000 to thousands of dollars to, maybe hundreds of thousands of dollars. Some of you invest a lot. You're like, dude, it's going up. That's awesome, right? And not anymore. FTC spokesperson said in a statement, while we cannot comment on current events in the crypto markets or the details of any ongoing investigations, oh, Matt, they're going to come out with it. We are investigating several firms for possible misconduct concerning digital assets. That's your money. We cannot comment on the nature of the investigations. That's coming. We can't wait to get them. On top of several civil suits, the FTC is just the latest U.S. agency to probe the crypto industry following the sudden implosion, I would say explosion, of popular trading exchange FTX last month. The Justice Department, the Securities and Exchange Commission, see, right there, the Commodities Future Trading Commission, 2 state attorneys, because I guarantee they have money there, general, have all reportedly launched investigations into FTX and its executives over the last few weeks. The FTC declined to identify the firms currently under investigation or ensure the pros, but the agency could use its authority to enforce truth in advertising rules to rein in the industry. They are losing money left, right, and center. If you do not have a way of getting your money out and into cash, you might as well say goodbye to it. Don't believe you have it there. Don't say to your fam, don't worry, I got an investment. You don't got an investment anymore. Not at the rate that they're going. It says last month an FTX customer sued founder, yeah, that's going to happen, but you're not going to get your money, Sam Bankman-Fried, along with a handful of celebrity endorsers like Tom Brady. Told you, it's going, man, people are going to get so, for allegedly recruiting consumers to invest in what they're now calling, but it's not that. It's not, I'm not going to say that word because it's not that. It's a way of investing. It's a digital thing. That's how the Wall Street, in a way, and like if you think of like, what did they say? Pork rinds and other things. That's how people make money, what I call in the middle, okay? They give a certain amount of money. They expect a certain amount of money back. There's risk. There's inherent risk. That's what this is going to have now, okay? Currency is going to have a huge thing about you could lose your money, just so you know. The House Financial Services Committee, chaired by Representative Maxine Waters, is scheduled to hold a hearing next week on the fallout of the FTX collapse. It's going to be big, man. But no one's going to understand it because they talk in a way you go, what are they doing? All they have to say is cryptocurrency is about to fall. That's all you have to say. If you say that, everyone's going to go, I have crypto. What? And then they say, no. I bought into the person who said it's the best thing since sliced bread. It makes sense, which it does, which is why it will evolve. But it's not going to be what it was. It's not the free-for-all. You have the free-for-all, now you don't. It's kind of like when you had Instagram, you could pay for followers, which I had, did it. And then they put a caboose on it, and then they go, okay, all those are fake followers, bye-bye. And then they delete all of that, right? Now you're like, I got in early, but that's that. TikTokers that watch, they're coming after you. Okay, so it says this a lot, but anyway, I'm out of time. But it's bad, guys. I guarantee there's so much more money there. That's why billionaires and millionaires are gonna die left, right, and center. And if you are there, man, just get your protection, but don't get with the feds. The feds are really, they are so infiltrated. Just go with someone that you trust that doesn't have ties to the mob, and the only way to test that is say, hey, so I have a question. If you were paid like $1,000 for looking the other way, would you, out of theory, I'm doing a movie or a script, and they say, well, that's the person not to trust. When you say, look, do you like your job, and do you ever think it would make sense to make like, I don't know, maybe $100,000 on something and then lose your job for it? Would you do that? They go, well, that's called a... All right. Then he asked this question, but would you, like maybe, I don't know, like take $1 million and then be all right with like killing someone? And they go, don't trust that person. Okay, just say, look, I'm working on a story. All right, there are people you could trust and there are people you can't. If the person says, why are you doing that? Or why are you offering? be careful with that person. That person's actually testing you, okay? There's a show. You really should watch it called The Mentalist, okay? Go watch it. Simon Baker. They have actually more episodes, I guarantee. All right, people, make it a great day. Whatever you do, remember, life is worth living. Live it well. Bye-bye, everyone.